Welcome back to our channel, Soap Opera Fanatics. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the scandalous, secret-filled world of Los Angeles. Grab your coffee and get comfortable, because we are about to unpack a massive theory that could completely rewrite Forrester history. If you love juicy plot twists as much as we do, you are in the exact right place. Let's be real for a second. We all know that in the unpredictable universe of our favorite daytime drama, a medical document is about as reliable as a paper umbrella in a hurricane. You can never, ever trust a piece of paper in this town. And today, I want to talk about a specific character who has been getting on my last nerve lately, R.J. Forrester. We need to ask a massive, earth-shattering question that has been burning in the minds of longtime viewers. What if R.J. is not actually Ridge Forrester's biological son? What if, after all these years of parading around as the golden child, the true biological father of Brooke Logan's son is actually Nick Marone? I know, it sounds absolutely crazy, but is it really? Stick with me. Because when you look at the historical clues, the psychological profiles, and R.J.'s current insufferable behavior, this explosive theory makes an insane amount of sense. Let's address the elephant in the room right now. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely sick and tired of R.J. arrogance. He struts around the halls of Forrester Creations like he personally laid the bricks of the building, looking down his nose at everyone else. Just look at his recent actions. He is currently embroiled in this ridiculous, messy love quadrangle, getting into literal physical scuffles with Will Spencer right in the middle of the executive offices. He is aggressively bad-mouthing the entire Spencer family to anyone who will listen, acting like his Forrester blood makes him undisputed royalty. He is constantly kissing Elektra's hands, putting on this grandiose, entitled show to assert his dominance over Will. It is infuriating. He acts like he is the untouchable heir to the Forrester throne. But wouldn't it be the ultimate, most satisfying karma if that throne was ripped right out from under him? I would absolutely love to see his massive ego shattered into a million pieces. To understand why this theory is so incredibly plausible, we have to travel back in time. Let's rewind the clock about 2 decades to the chaotic, unforgettable era of the Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and Nick Marone love triangle. Oh my goodness, those were the absolute golden days of soap opera drama. When Brooke first found out she was pregnant with R.J., there was massive, agonizing confusion over who the father was. Was it her ultimate destiny, Ridge, or the rugged, passionate sailor Nick Marone? The very first paternity test actually named Nick as the father. Do you remember that? Nick and Brooke were ready to build a life together. But then, in classic daytime fashion, a subsequent, so-called definitive test was conducted, which miraculously proved that Ridge was the biological father. Everyone just accepted it and moved on with their lives. But come on, guys. Are we seriously supposed to believe that the final test wasn't tampered with? Let's talk about Brooke Logan for a minute. I love Brooke, I really do, but let's not pretend she is an innocent saint who would never manipulate a situation to get exactly what she wants. We are seeing her manipulative, scheming side in full force right now in the current storylines. Just look at what she is doing this May. She is literally making seductive, calculated offers to Ridge the second he gets home, actively trying to oust Steffi and take over the co-CEO position just to protect Hope's fashion line. If Brooke is willing to use romance and seduction to manipulate corporate power dynamics today, what makes you think she wouldn't switch a paternity test 20 years ago? Brooke has always been deeply, unhealthily obsessed with her destiny with Ridge. Having a child with Nick would have tied her to the Marone family forever and jeopardized her ultimate endgame with Ridge. I strongly believe that Brooke could have easily paid off a lab technician or swapped the labels herself to ensure Ridge was named the father. It is entirely within her character to bury a secret that deep to protect her idealized romance. But here's the kicker. The writers have been dropping subtle, fascinating genetic clues lately that we simply cannot ignore. In a recent episode, Ivy Forrester was literally telling Elektra to focus her romantic attention on Jay, because his blood is coursing with Stephanie and Massimo's genes. Now, let's break down that complex family tree, because it is wild. If Ridge is Jay's father, then Jay is the grandson of Massimo Maroni and the legendary Stephanie Forrester. But if Nick is the father, Jay is still Massimo's grandson, but his grandmother would be Jacqueline Marone, not Stephanie Forrester. Imagine the absolute devastation if Jay found out he has absolutely zero biological connection to the great Stephanie. His entire identity as the magical bridge between the Forresters and the Logans would completely evaporate in an instant. He wouldn't be a Forrester at all. He would just be a Marone and a Logan. And speaking of Massimo Marone, let's look closely at Jay's current personality and temperament. The kid is aggressive, highly territorial, and fiercely competitive. He is physically fighting Will Spencer to mark his territory over Elektra. This isn't the refined, artistic, elegant temperament of a classic Forrester designer. No, this is the ruthless, cutthroat, pirate-like aggression of the Marone bloodline. Nick Marone was a sailor, a fighter, a man who didn't back down from a brawl and preferred to settle things with his fists. Jay is channeling that exact same gritty energy right now. It makes so much more sense for him to be the direct son of Nick Marone rather than the son of Ridge, who usually fights his battles wearing a tailored suit in the boardroom. The psychological profile fits Nick perfectly, and it is staring us right in the face. Can you even begin to imagine the absolute nuclear explosion this would cause at Forrester Creations if the truth came out today? We already have a massive corporate civil war brewing behind the scenes. Liam is aggressively pressuring Hope to jump ship and work for Katie's new Logan fashion house. Donna is desperately warning Katie that poaching Hope will start a catastrophic family feud with Brooke. And in the middle of all this chaotic tension, Brooke is plotting to overthrow Steffi as co-CEO. If Steffi Forrester Finnegan were to discover that Brooke lied about Jay's paternity for decades, she would use that information as a lethal, undeniable weapon. Steffi would absolutely destroy Brooke. She would banish Jay from the executive offices, strip him of his unearned titles, and publicly humiliate Brooke for her decades of selfish deception. It would be the ultimate checkmate in the never-ending Forrester versus Logan war. I have to admit, a dark part of me really wants Steffi to find out this secret. Steffi has been dealing with so much exhausting chaos lately, from Ivy's toxic manipulation of Elektra's love life to Brooke's relentless, greedy power grabs. Steffi desperately needs a massive, undeniable victory. If she finds out that Jay, the boy who walks around acting like he owns her family's legacy, isn't even a real Forrester, the look of triumph on her face would be absolutely priceless. She would drag Brooke through the mud, and honestly, Brooke would completely deserve it. You cannot build a family foundation on a massive medical lie and expect it to stay buried forever. Sooner or later, the ghosts of the past always come back to haunt you in Los Angeles. And let's not forget how this massive revelation would impact the younger generation's bitter rivalries. Will Spencer is currently nursing his bruised pride after his physical scuffle with R. J. Will is a true Spencer, and he carries that name with immense pride. R. J. has been throwing his Forrester weight around to intimidate Will and make him feel inferior. But if R. J. is abruptly outed as a Marone, he loses all of that shiny, unearned prestige. The playing field would be instantly leveled. Electra, who is currently torn between Will's lingering feelings for Dylan and R. J.'s aggressive pursuit, might suddenly see R. J. in a completely different, much less flattering light. Without the shiny Forrester halo protecting him, R. J. is just an arrogant guy with a massive temper problem. I truly think exposing this secret would be the exact humbling experience R. J. desperately needs to become a tolerable character again. Let's be honest, this show thrives on rewriting history to create maximum dramatic impact. We've seen characters come back from the dead, we've seen secret twins emerge from the shadows, and we've certainly seen paternity test results flipped years after the fact. It is a beloved staple of the soap opera genre. Bringing Nick Marone's legacy back into the fold through R. J. would be a brilliant, masterful stroke of writing. It would beautifully honor the show's rich, complex history from the mid-2000s while injecting massive, explosive stakes into the current 2026 storylines. It connects the deep past to the immediate present in a way that affects every single major family on the canvas. The Forresters, the Logans, the Spencers, and the Marones. It is the perfect recipe for daytime television gold. I firmly believe that this is the exact plot twist we need right now to shake things up. The current tension between Brooke, Ridge, and Steffi is already at a dangerous boiling point. Dropping a paternity bomb of this magnitude would shatter the canvas in the absolute best way possible. Brooke's current desperation to secure the co-CEO spot for herself and protect Hope proves she is terrified of losing control over her life. What else is she terrified of losing? The massive lie she told 20 years ago to keep Ridge by her side. Wow. The implications are truly endless and so incredibly exciting. But what do you guys think? Do you believe Brooke is hiding the ultimate secret about R. J's true biological father? Would you love to see R. J. knocked off his high horse and exposed as a Marone? Let us know all your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments down below. We love reading your insights and debating with you.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.